Morning, everybody, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Josh, living life alcohol free. Today, we're talking about how do you assess why you drink alcohol. I posted on my sobriety group, Sobriety in the Storm. I also posted on my YouTube community today about we're not necessarily addicted to drugs and alcohol. What we're addicted to is escaping and the need to find outlets to our stressors, our frustrations, our ruminations, and our disappointments in our life. I didn't really find that out until I got sober. I didn't find out why I was really drinking. I always kind of thought it was just a habit. I would like to drink beer and watch sports. They went hand in hand. That was my plan for my day a lot of times, or my night. I would just, drink and drink the day away, drink the night away, whatever I had opportunities to do. If I wasn't working, you better believe I was drinking. So most of my life, I thought this is just a habit. This is just something that I can probably take it or leave it, but I enjoy it. So I'm going to keep doing it. It wasn't until I got sober for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, where I started to really start to notice that maybe it wasn't just a habit. Maybe this drinking of mine was really a full blown addiction. You know, is that possible? Once I got to like a month or two, I was really able to tell myself, I was addicted to alcohol. It was way more than just a habit. Yes, it's a habitual thing, drinking, drinking in social situations, but you can't really start to assess really what made you tick in your drinking life until you have some distance from it. It's hard really to because we're not honest with ourselves as drinkers, right? We don't tell ourselves the truth. And I feel like that's really a problem in our society as a whole, drinking aside, is that we lie to ourselves about a whole host of different things, whether it be we overeat, whether it be we have problems coping with things, we drink to deal with life, to cope. So it can be more than just drugs or alcohol. It can be a lot of things. It wasn't until I was like 2 to 3 years sober, and almost to 3 years, where I could say I'm still looking for an escape. I batted around ideas of using different things to cope with my feelings of unsatisfaction, like is this what life is all about? I started to plan trips and started to think, I took a hike and I started to think about why do I think that going away for a week at a place I've never been to is really going to make my life better? Is it really going to make my life better if I take that trip? And the answer was no, because I'm going to come back home. And just like you go on any vacation, when you get back home, you're back to reality, you're back to work, you're back to dealing with taking care of your kids or whatever you have to do at home, your pets, and you're just back to reality. The fact of the matter is that all those things are going to be in our lives, and instead of looking at them like they're a pain or a problem, we can kind of come to terms with the fact drinking is never going to solve anything. A trip's never going to solve anything. Any number of things that might be something that we use to escape is really never going to solve the problem. My question to you today is, and if you could go on to my sober group, Sobriety in the Storm, the link is going to be pinned in the comment section below, or you could just join on my YouTube community. Just click on the community tab, and I'd love to hear what you had to say about why you drink. Is it a habit? Do you feel like you're addicted? Are you physically addicted or just mentally addicted? Mine was more of a mental thing. I thought when I quit drinking alcohol that I was going to have physical symptoms because the weeks leading up to when I quit, I was drinking a ton. And that was at the beginning of the pandemic when I didn't have to work. So my drinking was earlier in the day. The amount I was drinking was more. the different alcohol that I was drinking. Normally, I was just a beer drinker, but I was mixing in liquor. It was causing me all kinds of problems. I don't want to do this anymore, but I kept doing it anyway. What is it for you? I started this channel because I really want to help people try to get sober, stay sober, questioning our drinking. That's really the foundation of how we can get to the other side of this insidious thing. What makes us drink? To that point, when my worry was that I was going to have withdrawal symptoms when I quit drinking. I ended up not having any, really. I mean, I had a headache here or there, or I was nauseous here and there, but it was nothing that like a medication couldn't take care of. As the weeks went on, I could tell my problem with alcohol was more mental. I was mentally hooked on it. Sure, it was a habitual thing, the ritual of it, the time of day and how much you're going to drink and what are you going to watch. What are you going to do? Are you going to go out to a bar, or maybe you're going to meet some friends at the bar? Maybe you're going to go out to dinner and have a few drinks, or whatever it is. It's like ritualistic. At what point does that turn to being mentally addicted to it? Like, I need to have this alcohol in order to have a good life. And is that true? Is that really a true statement? Is that a fact? My determination was no, I don't need alcohol to have a good life. Living life 100% alcohol free ended up being better. I don't have to worry about any of it. Alcohol is just not a thing. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to drink, how much I'm going to drink, what time I'm going to drink, and all of that. I don't have to worry about the hangovers. Like, why do I keep doing this to myself? I don't have to worry about what I'm going to say and do. And I don't have to feel guilt and shame over all the things that I did do and did say while I was drinking. I remember things. Living life 100% alcohol free is way better. The conversations you have with people are just authentic. It's not because you're drinking that makes it interesting. It's because you are sober. You're sober in heart, sober in mind. It just makes these conversations with people better. It makes your relationships better. My challenge for you today is to really question, why is it you're drinking? And if you're sober, why is it that you're dwelling on alcohol or other things to escape? What is it that we're hiding from? If you can kind of get to the bottom of that, then I think you can succeed in this and you can feel better and more confident in your life and your sobriety and your faith. I have a Burr Months challenge going on right now on my sobriety community, Sobriety in the Storm. It's September, October, November, December. So all 4 Burr months. It's 121 days. It's just a challenge to get through these months where there's Halloween and there's Thanksgiving and there's Christmas and all the stress that comes around these holidays. And you might be stressed with family coming in town, or you might be stressed about places you're going, family parties, work parties, all these things. And you might have cravings to drink. If you can go to these functions and not drink, I think you might find that it's better. But the Burr Challenge is basically just getting to the end of the year and starting 2025 off on the right foot, alcohol free, and just ready to go and maybe do a New Year's resolution. Maybe your resolution is to stop drinking. Maybe your resolution is to improve your relationships. Maybe your resolution is to become more faithful, read the Bible. There's so many things that we can do, and we can fill in those gaps that we used to drink and instead do things that bring us pure joy. I think next year I'm going to start new challenges and have a different challenge every month. Let's make it a 30-day thing. A lot of people do dry January, so that's not new, but maybe I'll put a different name on it. The point is to get through those periods of time without alcohol and just reassess at that point and say, is it better? Is this better? Do I really want to go and have those few drinks at the end of the month? Or do I feel better and want to try it again for another 30 days and after 60 days, then reassess? That's what I'm finding, is that the longer you go without alcohol, you find joy in other things and you don't have to escape. You don't feel like you need to escape. You can live in the now. You can feel appreciative of the things that you do have in your life rather than ruminate on the things that you don't have, that you wish you had, and all these things that hold us down and make us not appreciate our lives. I hope you join my group. Like I said, I pinned it in the comment section. Come on over, take a look. I'd be glad to have you. If you're happy just being on this YouTube channel, I'm glad that you're here. I'm grateful. Like and subscribe, and watch some of my past videos. And I'm going to keep making videos about faith and sobriety. And I'm glad you're here. So have a great sober day, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.